Joining us now to dig a little deeper, Senate Budget Committee member, Kansas Senator Roger Marshall. Senator, it's great to have you on the program. Thank you for joining us today. As we're watching all of this unfold across the country, we heard from the president a little bit earlier, many saying it's just a little too late. One of the things the House is doing is looking into the federal funding, where it's distributed, how it's being used by these universities, and also, what sort of ramifications that could have, for example, pulling research grants and whatnot. What is the Senate doing right now to deal with this issue?
Yeah, well, first of all, there's plenty of laws on the book, but the Senate is trying to accelerate some of those processes as well. Take a university like Columbia University. They receive almost $1 billion of grants per year. About 40% of most universities' funding is from the federal government. So we can start clawing that back. But what we really need, though, is moral clarity and leadership on campus and out of the White House. We have laws on the books that just need to be enforced. How can a university preach DEI, but at the same time allow or promote anti-Semitism? How do you ever make square that circle? It just doesn't make sense to folks. Yes, we've got laws that we're working on as well. I know Senator Cotton, Senator Scott has legislation as well. We'll do those things, but let's just enforce the law. Let's go back to what President Reagan did, when he was governor, as well as what President Eisenhower did. Very, very much moral clarity and leadership.
Yeah, I know we need moral clarity. Totally agree with you, Senator. Nothing clarifies your thinking like having your money taken away. The federal government spends $165 billion every year on higher ed. That's almost $1,300 per American household. If that doesn't change, sir, if we don't get that number way down, how can we expect anything on these campuses to change when the same people who are there now are going to keep getting all the same paychecks from taxpayers?
Yeah, I can't agree more. But the underlying factor here is there is a rot in the universities right now. And taking away money is part of the solution. But if they stay focused on this DEI as an education system, then our future is at jeopardy as well. But I agree completely. Let's take back all the money that we can, but we need to enforce the laws that we have already.
Senator, it's interesting. The White House wants to welcome Palestinian refugees under a program that has seen them fly in about 400,000 migrants across the world into this country as well. But you have other Arab nations like Egypt blocking their borders. Should we be doing this?
Of course not. There's no way that we can properly vet these people. And just the raw numbers of them, the president's goal is to bring in 125,000 refugees. And beyond just bringing them without vetting them, when you bring them in as a refugee, basically it's a ticket to stay in America forever. There's really no way to deport them. So this is a horrible situation. Again, none of Saudi Arabia won't take them. Egypt won't take them. These are people that are yelling death to America. These are people that believe in the end of America as we know it. Why would we ever bring them into our culture?
Senator, thank you so much for your insight. Thank you for being here and everything you're doing.